All right, back with the Constant Grind podcast, episode 7. Tonight, the topic is going to be about babies because Zach and Toby want to know more about how babies are made and what it's like having them. No, we're going to talk about my experiences with raising a child and then bringing another one in and what it's like balancing that life with working on the road, trying to get to the gym, trying to eat healthy, and how you balance all that stuff out in pretty much the worst year anyone's experienced yet. So, yeah, I hope I can be mildly entertaining and insightful. What do you guys want to know? You want to know how babies are made?
Yeah,
No,
let's hear about that.
actually, I don't. I don't think that this podcast is suited for that type of information.
Fair enough.
But I do think that I want to know right off the bat, since this year has been so crazy, so many ups and downs, everybody staying quarantined, everybody having scares about being exposed to the COVID. Was it worse or was it more like entertaining, fun, enjoyable because you got to learn more with your daughter, and then all while your wife was pregnant, bringing another one into the world? Was it close? You guys were in close quarters. What was it like?
Well, in the beginning, obviously, back in March, before we knew we were having a baby, you heard about the coronavirus. Everyone was on 10. No one knew what to expect. And then you're thinking, oh, God, we have a kid. What's this going to be like for them? I can imagine if my kid got sick. What are we going to do if something happens to her? We were definitely in that initial panic mode, like, oh, shit, like, this is real. Because I remember, I think it was January, February, you heard coronavirus pop up here and there, nothing really serious. But then it's like the hammer comes down and it's like everyone's locked down. No one's allowed going anywhere. And, just like most people, a lot of people from what we're seeing stuck in quarantine, ended up finding out we're having another one. But I'd say in the beginning it was kind of hectic. A lot of unknowns, but from the very get-go, there was a guy, I forget his name, he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he said right off the get-go that this virus, it didn't really affect kids as much as it would adults. And throughout, what we've experienced so far, that's held true, thank God. So that kind of took the edge off a little bit, but still, there's just still so many unknowns. What's school going to be like in a couple of years when she's old enough to go?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Are things going to go back to normal with the vaccine, which we're not getting because we'll see how the first wave of candidates fare.
Yeah.
By no means are we anti-vax anything. Our newest, she's a week old. She had her first vaccine, that day, the hepatitis B vaccine. So we're all for the tried and true of the past, but everyone's just jumping into this where the government or the companies have full immunity. You can't sue them if it screws you up, and they're just pushing so hard. They're talking about paying people to get it, and it's like it just seems rushed. And
yeah, never in our history has there been a vaccine or even a medication that has come out within 8 months.
Yeah.
No,
It's
yeah,
been
that's
10 years it takes to create this stuff.
Yeah, and it's just everyone. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just. Man, I don't know. I don't understand how people's thought processes work because, one, I don't listen to the mainstream media. I don't think anyone can lean on them for accurate information anymore. So all these, just listening to other people talk, people who have an expertise in the background, and just hearing them talk and their confusion with the whole thing too of, this thing has like a 99 point whatever percent survival rate, and the whole country shut down about it and killed the economy, killed who knows how many small businesses, and they're still trying to choke it out. It's like we're still back in March where it's like we haven't learned anything in all, what was it, 10 months? We're almost up to a year with this. It's almost our, was it the quarantine-iversary or something like that? And you know, you're seeing all these lockdowns and everyone's still freaking out and everyone's on 10, and it's like, is no one else kind of paying attention to what's going on, where it's not that bad? There aren't millions of people dead in the streets. And
I think
Yeah.
that that's a great topic for us on another night, because I would
Yeah.
love to get into a good rant about the corona.
Oh yeah. But, like-
Especially because we're on New Year's Eve. That's when we're shooting this video. So you guys are going to see it in a couple days. But
yeah, kind of got off track there with the kids. But yeah, just knowing that, and even when we were the whole process of getting into the hospital was crazy, because someone in our close circle, they were exposed, so they were quarantined, and it was like day 9 or 10 of their quarantine. They had no symptoms. We're like, you know, we haven't seen them in a week. No symptoms. We're gonna go hang out, see them. Wasn't it day 10? They got symptoms, and it was the day before. Excuse me. She was supposed to go in to get induced. They called and said, "Hey, because they already got pushed. They got pushed a week, the induction, because other people had priority to get in there." So then we found out we were exposed. So we had to scramble around and get testing done. And she got her testing done. We didn't know that she also got a rapid test and a send out test. Me and my daughter just got send out tests done. All three of us got checked. Is that Otto?
Yeah, he's barking.
He hates me no matter
Somebody
where he's
must
at.
be here.
But anyways, so it was a scramble to get testing done. And luckily, I was very surprised how easy it was for us to kind of get in there, for me to get in there, because she had her send out, and found out it's like, it's going to be like 5 or 6 days before we get the results of this send out. So I just scramble around and get a rapid test. And thankfully that all came back negative. Everybody was negative. For us to even go in and start the process of having the baby. But once we got in there talking to the doc and asking him, because we still weren't sure about our 2-year-old's status, like, are we bringing a newborn into a corona infected house? Like, what's going on?
man.
You know, it's just all these crazy twists and turns in already a chaotic situation. But you know, stayed focused with it. You know, we were able to go through all the right channels, get everything done the right way, because we very well could have, you know, when they ask you at the hospital, have you been exposed? Like, no, we haven't. But I think, you know, regardless of what your feelings are with this whole thing, you know, obviously it's a real virus. Obviously it's harmful to some people. So we thought, you know, the only responsible thing to do is, you know, be straightforward with it. We got the testing, because God forbid if we went in there, got sick, and got the whole freaking maternity staff contaminated.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just getting in to have the baby was a process in itself.
That'd be a scary time. And even prior to having your new little one, what was it like? Because you're pretty much confined to your house. That's where, in this, what's going on in the world right now, you pretty much can't go out to eat, can't really go anywhere. So what's it like being confined to the house with a pregnant wife, little girl running around, and you can't go anywhere and do anything? Was it hard?
Well, luckily for us in the beginning, you know, in March and April, I was off work for a few weeks, but then I got to go back to work. So so it was kind of a break. So I was on the road that's when we didn't have days off too. So I was gone for like 4 weeks straight. That was before we knew we were pregnant. Mm-hmm. So after, you know, being quarantined for a little bit, got a nice 4 or 5 week vacation in Ohio working. So that, honestly, you know, being able to go to work, it kind of broke it up for me, and her being able to go spend time with her parents and get out of the house. And then with the transitioning right into spring and summer, it really did help. That way we could go outside, you know. We go down, see you guys, go down end of the road, go on walks, spend time outside. You know, if it was strictly winter months, I'd say it'd probably be a lot harder because it's not like you can take the kid out for hours and go down to the park and play and do all that stuff. So all things considered, it kind of happened the best time possible to where you could at least get out and socialize and do whatever. Because at that point, everyone was pretty much over it. They're like seeing that seeing through the BS, all the fear mongering and all that stuff. So at least and we didn't have any cases in our area for the longest time. When everyone else was flaring up, I think Elk County was the last county in Pennsylvania to get a case. And then when everyone was freaking out, I think we had like 5 cases, 6 cases, like not a lot, not enough to worry about. So, that and day drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I never drank so many vodka sodas in my life. Like, because that's her drink of choice. It'd be 1, 2 in the afternoon, and you're not going
nothing
anywhere.
To do. Yeah,
you can't go see anybody. So it's you want to start day drinking?
Yeah. No.
So,
go ahead.
I came up with this question, and I want to ask you, Will, but I guess this is for all of us. We all can answer this one. Obviously, you guys are still with your wives, and spending 10 times more amount of time together. Was it rough in the beginning? I guess we'll take turns answering this. I know for me, at the beginning, it was real rough. We started to clash, and I'm like, I need my own space. I got to figure things out. And then I realized for myself that we just weren't communicating. We weren't communicating enough, because if I would just say, hey, I'm going to go sit on my computer, or I'm going to go to work, I'm going to go work on my computer, or whatever, I'm going to go hang out in the bedroom. I want 20 minutes by myself. Well, how can, you can't get mad if somebody tells you that. At least they're telling you.
Yeah.
Right. Because no one knows if you want to be left alone unless you tell them.
Yep.
So, I learned that back in March or April, that communication is huge. And then this shutdown here, I'm loving every minute of it. It seems like all we're doing now is having fun. How about for either one of you guys?
I honestly, that when it first happened, I got laid off in April from work, and I was home, and Brittany was working. And you're right, communication. I guess we really, like, I needed my space, she needed her space, but she went to work and I was still at home. I think she got more annoyed with me when she came home because I'd be constantly doing something. I'd be cleaning the house, I'd move stuff around, and she's like, just don't touch anything. But communication was a huge thing, because then she'd get it, you clash a little bit, but now it's like normal. You're, like you said. And the other thing was, when we were first in the early stages of the COVID, I think we didn't communicate, because when she'd come home, I'd be working on something all day outside, and I'd come in the house and get on my phone or get on my computer, and I'd be where I'd be. And then she finally said, I come home and you go in the room and get on your computer and we don't talk. It's like, you're right. So, because I was so used to that being on a schedule.
Yeah.
So you do. It was rough at first to get figured out how this new life works. It was weird. It was really weird.
Yeah, Willie, let's hear your side of it.
Sorry, I had to turn that down because I had to kick the heater on. I want that in the background. But it wasn't too much of a change for us. Like I said, luckily work picked back up. The harder part was the weekend before Christmas up until March, because we finished a job, and our customer told us, we didn't get the next pad. So that was like almost 2 months of just sitting at the house, and then Corona happens. So it was like 3 months of just already being stuck together before quarantine. And we're just so used to, being together for a week at a time and then apart for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And we always say we're at our worst when I'm home all the time, because we're used to having that break from one another. And it's just,
did you guys overcome that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It definitely took a while. And, learning to talk through things. I'm always really good about talking through stuff, just because it's like when I'm at work, if people are having issues or someone's talking shit or just being an asshole or whatever it is, petty stuff. I don't deal with petty stuff. So y'all's just have to have that come to Jesus meeting and talk about it. Be like, hey, quit being passive aggressive. Quit trying to drop hints about stuff. Just talk. Just say what you want to say. Don't worry about my feelings. We'll get through that. You know, we'll be fine. We're all big boys and girls. And I think that's a lot of it is people are afraid to say what they truly are feeling because they either don't want to be either vulnerable or hurt the other person's feelings, when in the short term, okay, that might be good, but you do that a couple hundred times and all those emotions get pent up, build up, and then you just finally snap. You know, that's worse than just saying, hey, you're kind of pissing me off, can you stop doing that?
Yeah, I agree, especially in the society that we live in today, right? And if someone says, hey, I bought my new car, what do you think of it? And you're like, I really don't like it. And then they get all butthurt and then they won't ever talk to you again. And it's like, well, you asked me what I thought and I told you how I feel.
Yeah.
I think that's a little different.
Well, it's nice. Everything new is nice, right? But it's like, I would have never bought that car. But it's cool, man. It's
cool.
Got
to shit on people's parade, though.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That was just an example. I just made that up. That's never happened. But we do live in a society where when not everybody gets a participation trophy. Everybody gets
a bunch of
hurt
snowflakes. But yeah, I think it's the biggest thing is just if you're feeling a certain way, nip it in the bud right off the beginning, right off the get-go, and squash it. That way it's not stewing when the next thing, because it's never a bunch of big things. It's always lots of little stuff. It's like, I know for her, she was basically like cleaning up after me all the time because I was just being a lazy piece of shit. And I'd get annoyed hearing, why don't you unload the dishwasher? Why can't you load the dishwasher? Why can't you just do something? And it's like, I pay the bills, woman, leave me alone. But, a month of that, and then finally seeing it like taking a step back, looking it through her perspective, it's like, okay, quit being a douchebag. And now fast forward, 9-10 months later, that's all I'm doing is housework, cleaning, changing diapers, doing basically doing her whole job. And it's a full-time job. Anyone that says being a stay-at-home mom isn't a full-time job, you're a fucking idiot. But yeah, trying to chase after 2 kids, help her out because she's still got the catheter. She's got a catheter for has to have it in for 2 whole weeks. We're about a week into it. So she's just, not feeling herself, not loving life. Definitely having a rougher go than the last one. So kind of karma came full circle at me, I guess.
My other, I forgot to say, while I was off, that was my other thing while me and my wife Brittany got butted heads, because I would come up with a lot of great ideas, I guess you would call them. I had a lot of time to think, so I'd come up with a lot of dumb ideas, and then I would be talking at 2 a.m. about these ideas, and she was trying to sleep and go to work in the morning, and yeah, I had to end that pretty quick. So that was the other thing. So I had to read. And now that's another thing I wanted to touch on with this whole thing. My sleep schedule is all off. I wasn't on a schedule because, you're used to being on a schedule, and it's like, man, the whole thing screwed it up because I was staying up late, sleeping in a little bit. But yeah, it was definitely a change of pace with everything.
Dude, that is, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
That was it. No,
that is my biggest struggle on my days off. Like when I'm at work, everything's already kind of regimented for me. It's typically you get up enough time to get dressed, get down to the truck. Excuse me. With, you have enough time to make sure your guys are at the truck, go to the store, get what you need throughout the day, then head to pad. So usually about an hour getting up, getting in the truck, going to work. Then minimum 12 hours dedicated on pad. That's your shift. And then about, usually a little shorter getting back because you don't got the store stop. So usually half hour, 45 minutes, get back to the hotel. And then from that time, it's either eat, go to bed, or go to the gym, eat, go to bed. So it's, you have segments of time that you can work with. When you're home, it's like days off. It's like you have the full pie of just do whatever the hell you want. And that's my biggest downfall is I don't have that structure, and I suck at structuring that for myself. Because if it was up to me, I'd still get up at 4 a.m. if I'm not coming off night shift, because I'm dead for 3 days after coming off night shift and trying to switch back. But I'd still get up at 4 or 5, go to the gym, do my thing. But that's not always conducive, especially now with the baby and helping her out. You know, it's trying to find ways to stay flexible, but also regimented at the same time. And my brain like short circuits on that, and I suck at it. I do.
Do you think you're going to have a rough time when you have to go back to work?
That's what I was just going to ask.
No, because I got a lot of bills I need to pay. And I mean, it's going to suck. It's harder leaving the 2-year-old, because now she's at this stage where she's excited to see me, and she'll come running up out of nowhere. I'll get random, hugs around my shin, because that's how tall she is. And you hear the dada, mama. And that's going to kill me, especially when my wife tells me, she's like, yeah, she was asking for you all day, wondering where you were, why you didn't get her out of the bed, and all that stuff. That stuff kills me. Yeah. Before she was talking and stuff, not so much, because I could see her through, like video calls, stuff like that, still interact, still see how she's doing, and lots of pictures. That's a big thing for me to kind of keep my sanity, is getting piles of pictures. Like I got a family album on my phone. I probably got over 2,000 pictures in there that if I have downtime, I'm feeling down, I literally just sit there, scroll through, and just look at the face, look at the smiles, the sad faces, all of it. And, it kind of gives you a sense of purpose. Like, all right, before I was out here to make a bunch of money to buy dumb shit. Now I'm out here doing this, to give my family an awesome life. So that's one of my coping mechanisms, is having that family album with all those pictures in there to kind of give you that drive to keep going, do better. And even going to the gym, that's another thing that keeps me motivated to make me better, to stay healthy, is because I want to see them go as far as they can go in life. I want to be there as long as I can be. And I'm, can't ask them their opinion yet, but I'm assuming that they want me to be around for quite a while. We'll see how that goes in the teenage years. But because there was a podcast, there was a dude I was listening to, and basically a doctor told him, he's like, you have kids, right? I'm like, yeah, I have a daughter. He's like, well, unless you want someone else walking your daughter down the aisle, this is what you need to do to change your life, or else you're not going to see that happen. Yeah. And it's like, I think about that, when you're looking at going into a gas station, it's like I could get a bunch of hot dogs and cheeseburgers to eat and at least be full throughout the night, or I can take the extra 30 minutes, drive to Walmart, get some chicken, some salad, and make a better choice that'll benefit me in the long run. But it all comes down to that balance of sacrificing sleep for convenience, because that's the biggest commodity when you're at work, is sleep.
Right.
So
are you getting enough of it now with the new baby?
Not at all.
No. What, I mean, every 2 hours?
No, the nice thing is she's breastfeeding. So basically nights I have off. It's just my ability to go to sleep is what's killing me. And luckily, I had to get her some stuff at Rite Aid the other day, and I found these, I forget what they're called, these sleeping pills. There's no melatonin in them. And you're supposed to take 2 of them. I took 4 of them last night. And I woke up for the first time and I don't know how long, and it actually felt like I got sleep. Because that's my thing. It's like, as soon as I wake up, I'm just as tired as when I went to sleep the night before. And today was the first day in a long time that I actually felt like a normal human being.
Oh, wow. Then maybe our next podcast should be on sleep, because there's a lot that you can do.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
there's a lot that everyone has to do if you want the best sleep.
Yeah. My problem is like shutting the brain off, because, during the day, it's pretty much go. Like I said before, I'm like a 24-hour gopher / cook / diaper changer / everything. So there's not a lot of me time. So then it's like in bed, I want to listen to some podcasts. I want to watch some stuff on YouTube. So what do? I stare at the screen, or I put my headphones on and listen to stuff, and that's keeping me up. It's not letting me shut my brain off. So I'm up till 2, 3 in the morning, and then 7, 8 o'clock rolls around. I know. Tobes, for those listening, Tobes shaking his blue light glasses at me.
Oh yeah, I always forget when we're shooting these that most of everybody that's going to listen is on audio.
Yeah.
So we definitely have to depict what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, my eyes, seriously, from just looking at Peter's screen most of the day, I had to send a couple emails. That's my purchase as soon as I get off the computer.
You've said that like every.
You know what?
So
I'm doing it, and I guarantee this next time we're on, I'm gonna have them.
Well, send me the receipt because I'll air high five you.
I'm gonna do it. I'm telling you, I can't do it anymore. My eyes, I can't. But Will, I got a question. I wrote down, how is your eating now? I'm gonna put you on a spot that your life's been on such a high pace, moving around. How is your eating? How are you eating? How's your nutrition?
Well, holidays was complete trash. I mean,
that's expected.
Yeah.
Yes, expected.
You know, I'm a firm believer in if you don't buy it and you don't have it, you can't eat it. Yes. So that's kind of the rule I live by when I'm at work is I don't buy trash because, you know, hour 9, 10 of the shift of sitting and staring at a computer screen and gauges and dealing with stupid people. If there's a box of donuts, I'm going to crush that whole box of donuts. So don't buy the box of donuts. But then you get those assholes that there's so many guys I work with, they buy them and then like hide them places that they know that I'll see and then I'll eat them. But no, so that's like my biggest defense mechanism is don't buy trash.
Don't buy trash.
Yes. And then the other nice thing is actually with the 2-year-old, we're very focused on, and we actually just had this conversation, feeding her how we want to eat. So my diet's not always the best. Melissa's diet's not always the best, especially just recovering from the pregnancy and just hating life. You know, our choices aren't always the best, but with her, you know, it's usually we have organic chicken, organic beef, eggs. Usually breakfasts are really, you know, simple eggs cooked in avocado oil with, or we'll do like banana pancakes one day. Found out Walmart's got all organic maple syrup now. So we were doing the sugar-free stuff, but then you look at the ingredient list and it's like that long. It's like, no.
Maybe I should just have real sugar.
Yeah.
Get that over with, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. You look at maple syrup. That's it. That's what's in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's honestly having a kid's actually helped us because we want her to have the best ingredients going into her to help her grow as best as she can. So like it's kind of like a trickle down effect where, well, we're going to cook all this chicken and vegetables. Well, we might as well eat some chicken and vegetables. And then just proteins are hard because you can only eat so much chicken before you hate your life. You can only eat so much steak before you hate your life. Well, she can only eat so much steak before she hates her life. It just gets expensive. But yeah, it's actually made our eating choices easier. So
yeah, chicken has became, I don't know what's been going on, but I think I ate chicken every day this week. Literally, whether for lunch or dinner.
That's fine. Yeah, just as long as it's not every meal for every day.
No, but I maybe every other day I can say, but I ate chicken salad. But yeah, the chicken's been my go-to lately.
Dude, guys, I made a vlog right before we jumped on here, and it's me cooking my food. So as soon as I get done editing it, and who's ever listening or watching to this, by that time it'll be up. So go check it out. But yeah, so I made a video of me, how I meal prep, what I cook. And in the video, I cooked my chicken and turkey that I mixed together. It's all ground, so that way it's easier for your digestive tract. I go over my tools that I use, the weight scale, my meat spatula that I just got. I wish I had it. Did you know there's a meat spatula?
I never heard of one in my life.
Yeah. So I buy ground meat. And then you know how when you cook ground meat, if you're not always chopping it up, it just it kind of like glues together and it makes big pieces, right?
Yeah.
So this meat spatula, it looks like a fan blade almost, and it's got like 6 blades on it. They're plastic, but literally all you do is like stamp it down and it just crushes, like demolishes all these pieces, and they're so fine and little now. Oh,
Nice.
I'm so pumped. Don't use it when the stuff's raw though. I go over that in the video and it's funny. It's sticking
All
to
gummed up.
Yeah, it's not working good. But once it started cooking, then it started working real good, real good. And then I go over my secret sauce that I put on everything. That it's yeah, it's a good one. I'm gonna upload it. I'll probably work on it right after this.
Yeah, that's the stuff I love to see. And that's the thing that I used to spend a lot of time on YouTube watching is people's meal plans just for creativity purposes. Because like you can only eat so much of one thing and then you just burn out. And then it's like, wow, that cheeseburger is looking really good, or these chicken nuggets are looking really good. And that's the biggest problem I have is like the palatability is keeping things fun and interesting, which I know that's not really the main priority, but it definitely helps keep you on track if you're enjoying what you're eating.
Yeah. And well, it a lot has to do with mindset, right?
Yeah.
So that's very, very tough to overcome for sure. I agree with you on that one. Cause I remember when I used to hate, I'd go through like I'd eat turkey like crazy. And then I'm like, no more for a year.
Yeah.
Same with chicken, same with eggs. I've done it over and over and over. But now, like the quality of food that I buy, like you said, Will, you get organic, grass fed, grass finished, anything the top of the line that you can, even if it's locally raised, it's even better than, mass produced. So, the food, it just tastes better. So like I don't season anything of mine, nothing. I don't season any of it until I'm about to eat it. And then I put my secret sauce on it. It's absolutely delicious. And
Your
yeah, so
secret sauce.
yeah, I told
Are
you
you
what it
gonna
was.
I know, but you're gonna go over your secret sauce. Do you tell people your secret sauce?
Well, I did in the video.
You did in the video. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
now,
actually,
so now it's just the sauce,
well, it's still the secret sauce,
but it's not a secret anymore.
but it still is for all the people that don't know about it.
Haha.
Until they go watch the video.
Till they go watch the video. Yeah. Yeah. So I yelled out, I was cooking and I yelled out to Lindsay and I was like, oh, maybe I should show you guys my secret sauce. And then I'm like, honey, should I show him the sauce? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So I grab it out of the fridge and I'm like back real far so you can't read it. And then I pull it up to the camera and I showed him what it was. And it's Briggs. It's organic liquid coconut aminos. And it's absolutely amazing. Goes wonderful with absolutely everything. A little bit goes really long way.
Is it like a marinade or?
No, it's actually, so did you ever, I know Brittany has the Briggs, same brand, but there's soy liquid aminos.
Mm-hmm.
And for guys, soy is bad juju. So you want to stay away from soy. But coconut liquid aminos, they pull out the aminos from coconuts and there's no sugar added. It is sweet. It doesn't taste like coconut whatsoever. It's almost like a stir fry sauce.
Oh, okay. All right.
You can make up it's a real good, it's like salty sweet. They do add sea salt into it. So that's why I don't season anything of mine, because I literally take a teaspoon, that's really little. And I put it on my 5 ounces of meat and my 6 ounces of broccoli, and this teaspoon flavors the whole thing. It's unreal.
Where can you get that, like at Walmart or anything, or you have to order it?
You might be able to get it at Walmart. I don't know. I don't shop at Walmart because I'm not going to go over the reasons right now, but I shop at down here. We have Giant, so it'd be up Martin's. Martin's has it if you're ever in Du Bois. Right. So Walmart might have it. I don't know if they do or not.
I wish we had Martin's or Kroger or something up here.
Yeah.
Whole Foods would be awesome.
Yeah. This might be off topic, but almond milk. We talked about that before?
I think we touched on it, didn't we?
So I just wanted to ask you a quick question, ask both of you if you knew. So I've been drinking almond milk and like I guess you'd call it a smoothie in the morning with different fruits and stuff. I never realized almond milk has no taste.
Well,
Maybe
that's because you have unsweetened almond milk, and that's good. That's what you should
Yeah.
have.
It does the job for the smoothie and it's healthy, but I just never knew that. It has no taste.
Fun facts by Zach.
Hey, it is. Something I had to throw out there.
Well,
Oh, man.
what are you now? 29?
Yep.
29. Did you know that they don't actually have to milk the tit of an almond to get the milk, right? Like
thought
they don't
they
have to
did.
they don't have to squeeze the nipples to get the milk.
I thought they had to do that.
I just letting you know.
Okay, I understand. No, actually, I'm 28, and for 3 more days, no, January 4th is my birthday, and then I'm 29, so I'm still 28.
Oh, my bad.
So
So
you're
you
30.
screwed up there.
So you're 30.
Now I'm young. I'm
You
young.
might as well be 30, right? You got to round up to the whole number
Yeah.
No,
or
no,
round
no,
down.
no. You
Yeah.
guys, the old fellas in this. I'm the young one.
For now.
For now.
Till 4 more days, and then you're 30.
So wait, did Britt just turn 30 or 31?
30.
Okay.
Yep.
She's old like us now. She's joined
Yeah.
the club.
Yeah, she joined it.
The dirty 30.
Yeah.
Just saying, as soon as you hit that 3-0, your hair is going to fall out and you're going to look like me.
Oh no.
I don't think Zach's hair is going anywhere.
It's just gray. Mine's gray.
Oh, well, you can live with the gray. Mine's getting really thin.
You and Will are gonna have them shaved soon. Or Wells is shaved, but
Yeah, I have to shave mine. I look like Mr. Burns if I let mine grow out.
Yeah, but back in high school, Will, you were pretty receding back then, weren't you? I can't remember.
No, it wasn't really too bad until I want to say it was like mid-20s. Then you could really tell it would start thinning out.
Yeah.
And then it was like late 20s. It was bad.
Yeah.
It just needed to be shaved.
Yeah.
But
It
hey,
happens.
Will, have you worked out at all?
I have.
Is it hard? You have?
Yeah, I have. I actually am dedicating a spot in my basement. I just went to Walmart yesterday. A big problem for me is like my basement's all cluttered up. And I just have like a flat bench and some dumbbells. My row machine just kind of scattered out. So I went to Walmart and I got like a 10 by 8, a big area rug. And I'm going to just clear out part of my basement. And that rug is going to be my workout area, my dumbbells, my bench. And because for me, it's kind of like a mindset thing of going to the gym. I'm going to my area to work out,
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of it. Kind of like, respect your dojo, but it kind of helps you get in the mindset of like, I'm going to go down here. This is my little area. I'm going to grind it out, do what I can with what I have. And honestly, it's kind of nice because you have to get creative with your workouts. Cause I literally have a 25-pound dumbbells, 40-pound dumbbells. And then, I got those dumbbells where you can add and take plates off, so I can make like an 80-pound dumbbell if I need to do like rows or something. So it's kind of nice because you have to get creative and do different workouts to get different results. Because I know you go to the gym, I get in the routine of going, well, it's arm day, I'm going to do these workouts, and you never really break out of that. And I know for me, it always holds me back because it's the same shit all the time. So throughout the summer with the tires and, going down the trail and running and just doing weird shit, like put the weight vest on. I got that weight vest. It'll go up to 120 pounds and just throw that thing on and sit down and stand up a bunch of times. Like it's fun. It keeps it fresh.
Well, next time I'm home, Will, I'll have to invoice you. And then once it's paid, I can swing up and I'll teach you some things, some fundamentals.
Fundamentals.
Yeah. Like I'm actually, I said this the other day. I don't know why I stuttered there, but I said this the other day, CMT fundamentals. I kind of like it. So maybe I'll start something with that too. But
yeah, dude, honestly, I feel like you could are kind of like Zach. You're a content generating machine. You could literally just throw out videos of you doing workouts all day long.
Yeah. But see, so it's not just the workout. I talk a lot because I teach.
Yeah.
Because it's the fundamentals of the movement. So, a curl is not just a curl. It's just not this motion, right?
Yeah.
So
Never knew that.
yeah.
Right? I never knew that before.
Right. Like,
but see, that's what I mean. Like, I know obviously that's, what you're building your business around. And it's kind of like you're giving away your secrets for free, but that's where the credibility comes from to kind of build your audience around you doing your workouts.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I could say what you need to do, but not everybody thinks can do it. So I've learned this from training everybody. If I tell, let's see, whatever, to think about, you know, pushing your heels into the ground and then using your heel. Imagine a spade shovel was growing out of your heel, how you would scoop the ground and then push up. That's what you want. It's one of the things I say to someone when they're doing leg press. Think about that. Think about you're pushing into the ground and you're trying to scoop up because you want to activate more muscles in your leg or
Okay.
certain areas, things like that. So some people are like, I don't get it. I can't find it. I can't do it. Oh, I think I got it. No, you don't. If you say you think you got it and I'm looking at you're like, no, you didn't get it yet. Okay.
Yeah.
So try something else. Okay. So think about if your ankles were locked in cement and you're trying to just stand up. Like think about that. And they're like, oh my God, I got it. And it's like, okay, that worked. So I should, I'm going to give away. I mean, I'm not giving that away, but I am going to do a lot of explainers, but for the most part, you can go in depth on a lot more of them before people get the grasp of it. How about it, Zach? What are we? 3.5 weeks deep.
Yeah.
And Zach, every time me and Zach have a call or we go over stuff, right, there's always stuff that you just can't retain it all.
Yeah.
No, you can't. And the other thing where you said is you can explain stuff. You can explain as much as you want, but until you, like, I may think, okay, I got it. Yeah, I understand it. But until you actually work, like, until I worked with you and we went through the motion, you said, do you feel that? Do you see that's what you want to feel and hold on to? And that is the truth, because I thought, okay, yeah, maybe I'm feeling something. But in reality, I wasn't doing it right. I was not doing any of it right, honestly. And once we worked together, you worked with me. It's like, wow, now I can hold that feeling when I do it myself, or when I do it with Brittany. I can hold that feeling and work the whole way through it. It's totally different. And a lot of people won't listen. They think, it's just crazy because they think that I thought I'm lifting. Oh yeah, I'm doing good. I'm lifting, doing curls, doing good. I would go all the way down, stop, go back up. No, it's just, there's a lot of techniques that a lot of people have no idea.
Well, and that in itself right there, you put the content out there, people are going through it. Mm-hmm. They're going to want to work with you to make sure they're doing it right.
Right.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
Another way of looking at it, because I know just even taking the advice you gave out with when you're working out chest, not letting it go past that imaginary line there. Dude, my chest never hurt so bad after, just with 40-pound dumbbells,
Dude.
You're right.
I know.
And it's like, right. You look back and, 100, 110-pound dumbbells never had that feeling because you're always crossing that imaginary line. And that's an issue I always had was I'd always chest day. I'd never feel it in my chest. It'd be my triceps, my biceps. And it's like, I'm not doing this right.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the COVID scare drops down a little bit. And then the next time I'm up there, we can go through some motions and stuff.
But did you ever, this is another thing, I know we're off topic again, but with watching yourself, like I had a GoPro, I did it last night again, a video, watching yourself work out, and you notice things that you're not doing. Like my first set I did of the dumbbell press, I crossed the line. It's like, and I knew that in my when I did it at first, but then I watched myself doing it on video. It's like, it's totally different. You can see the things you're not doing right.
Yeah.
Just from listening what Toby even, like we went through and Toby showed me, it's like, I didn't do those first two right. I could tell. It's crazy. It's just, there's so many different techniques and so many that I never even knew what I even thought of.
Yeah. That's the next thing I need to get for my basement is a mirror, just because then you can watch yourself, you can see all the things that you're doing different. Cause I know like one thing with me, like doing shoulder press is I'll have, like this arm will be way down like this, and this one's stopping here, or this one's out like this. And, you're able to see those imperfections, the things that you're doing wrong or completely doing wrong because you haven't trained with Toby yet. So, but
Yeah.
So like you said, Will, those are I wouldn't call them imperfections because we all grew differently. Me and Zach had to talk about his one leg, how it's his toe is always pointed out a little bit, and after feeling his muscles and stuff and seeing what's going on, that's just the way his leg naturally grew. So I told him not to fight it because he's just going to cause more problems.
Yeah.
But how you said if one arm's up and one arm's not, you could be running into an issue where, you know, your lat might be tight or your trap is super tight on one side, a stretching issue or an old injury, you know, and it sucks because there's just so much and you can't literally, we would have to train together every day because it's so hard. I mean, it's taken me 8 years to learn this for myself. And how can I teach 8 years worth of stuff?
Yeah.
You can't.
Well, that's the thing. That's why long-term you need to have a freaking gym to where you can just train people.
Oh, that is, dude. It is. Don't worry. That's in the books.
You need that. Yeah. If I could hire you full time every day, I think I'd be walking in a couple months.
I'm not going to argue with you there because we all do need a push.
Yeah.
No matter how, I know, you know, you guys never give up, but no matter what, even me, when you guys say something to me and it's like, shit, they're relying on me, it's done. Might as well say it's done because you have to do it. So everybody, we always do better with a push. So it doesn't matter how good you think you are. We all need a push.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we should actually roll this back to finish up asking Will some questions before we get
way off.
We already went down a whole freaking rabbit hole, but hey, that's the whole point of this is just kind of digging these,
learning.
Yeah, just finding all these random topics to talk about. So
I don't want you to answer for Melissa, but obviously you're going to answer for Melissa right now. So has the whole COVID stuff, well, I know she was pregnant and stuff, but I guess, has it helped her? I know you answered this a little bit earlier, but does she make better choices now too, all the time for food, and like timing and things like that?
The last stages of pregnancy or throughout the pregnancy, not so much, just because you're in a different mindset.
Yeah, I know it's a tough question to ask, but it just popped in my head.
But we've already talked so many times of, once this baby's out, once she gets through this last hurdle, a big goal of ours is to focus on our health again, and eating's a big one.
Who's better at cooking?
Me. It's the truth.
That was a quick answer. Me.
I enjoy cooking. It's something I just like to do. She's gotten very good at it, but she just it's not her thing.
Right.
But when she chooses to do it, she freaking kills it all the time. And she's like, I suck at cooking. I don't know how to cook. It's like, you literally cook some of the best stuff I've ever eaten. But there was an instance way back in the beginning of our relationship years ago where she cooked for me for the first time. She cooked like chicken Alfredo, and I was in a rush. I got called out to work, so it was kind of one of those things where I just ate and left. And I didn't say thank you, and I didn't get seconds, so it was ingrained in her mind that I hated it and she did a terrible job. And it was probably, I don't know, a year or two before she tried cooking for me again, because I scarred her so bad for not getting seconds. But no, when she wants to do good, she can do good. She's better at me, especially when it comes to like tracking macros and stuff. She's free in calories. She's insane with doing that stuff. Whereas me, it's like, well, looks like a decent amount of food, I'm just going to eat it.
Yeah.
But food tracking is very hard.
All right. Zach, are you still tracking?
I am.
Okay.
I am. It's getting a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's getting a lot easier.
I think that's my thing, is like, I just need to get in the habit of doing it and make it a priority to know where I'm at. Cause I actually, I think it was after I talked to you that one day when we were passing on the road there, Zach, when you told me how little you were eating. I was like, I know I'm not eating enough. And I tracked my calories. I think I came in right around 1,000 calories a day. And I guarantee that's a huge reason why I feel like crap all the time. And that's, a typical day eating. But in the same sense, I'm not that active like I am at work. My appetite's always down. I don't feel like I need to eat. It's one of those things it sucks thinking like I need to go eat something right now because I'm not eating enough. That was another challenge, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely is, because that's a huge reason why you're not feeling top notch, is because you are not eating enough.
I know. And I always preach that to Melissa too. Like back when she was doing keto, it was freaking, that's when the crazy calorie counting came out. And I saw how anal she was about it. But she was only eating like, I forget what it was, like 800 or 900 calories. And I talked to you about her not losing weight, and you said bump the calories up. And I think she bumped it up to like 12 or 1300 or something like that, and started getting results. And I preach it to her all the time. And even some of her friends that were doing it too, they're eating like 600 calories a day. It's like, eat more. You need to eat more. You need to get that fire burning. You need to get the fuel in there to get things going. And it's like, I'm so good at not practicing what I preach.
Oh
Because
yeah.
it's like I have the knowledge. I know that it works. It's just I can't apply it to myself because I'm a lazy piece of shit. And that's part of the struggle though, is like it sucks to do right now because it's my head's just 1,000 other places. But yeah, it's just something I need to ingrain in myself, that it's a priority to start doing this stuff, because with getting back to work, having 2 kids, and the performance level that I know needs to happen, like I need to up my game all the way around just so I can feel better and be more productive.
Well, fucking do it.
I know. I need to quit being a pussy.
Quit calling yourself a lazy piece of shit and do it.
I have to call myself a lazy piece of shit. I have to call myself out on it.
You do. Well, you just gotta do it.
I know.
It's recorded now, so it ain't going
You're in.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I was gonna say. I was trying to think of this thing and I couldn't think. I just texted Brittany. Last night I had something. Again, this is a different subject. I had something.
It's about Zach tonight.
I know that I never thought that would be good either. There's something new. It's organic. We got it from the Thrive Market. It's organic coconut wraps. We ate them with chicken, the grilled chicken.
Hell yeah!
I'm telling you, if you guys ever want to try something, it's very good.
Where'd you get it?
Thrive Market. We got a subscription to that. She got one for some reason, and it was pretty. They were pretty good.
It's like a delivery thing.
Yeah, they come.
Oh, okay.
Mail or whatever. However she gets it. I wasn't sure. I saw it show up one day.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So Will, what when work comes back around, what are some of your goals that you're gonna push for? Are you gonna do meal prepping? Like how are you gonna prepare? How are you gonna do it?
Like I said, going to work, that's not the problem. It's when I'm at home. But obviously, having a teammate living in the house that's going to be going after the same goals, so we can kind of hold each other accountable, call each other out on their bullshit.
It definitely is easier when 2 tango. That's
yeah, because it's also hard to come home after killing it for 2 weeks and you're tired, you're worn out, you just want to relax, and someone's like, let's order pizza, or I want Chinese food. And it's like, that sounds so good right now. We should totally do that. And then you start justifying. It's like, I've been doing good for a couple weeks. I'm going to have a shitty meal. And it's like, that one meal wasn't too bad. I'm going to have another one. And it's like, then you start looking at yourself. You're like, quit selling yourself this bullshit story of, well, you did good for a while, so let yourself slide a little bit. It's like, no, have your shitty meal and then get back on track. But yeah, having a teammate with the same goals of eating better and feeling better, because now she has to up her game, because when I'm gone, she's got a psychotic 2-year-old, and that's getting into everything, and she's all over the place. She's so much fun right now. She's such a ball of energy. But she's going to have to be able to keep up with that and keep up with the little one and 2 dogs. And, she's going to have a lot on her plate when I go back to work. So
I bet.
So it's, there's more than enough reasons to stay motivated with it and, do what we need to do,
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, that was really awesome. And I just looked at the time. Will, how deep are we into this?
We're just about an hour into this.
All right. I think we should cut her there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Zach, you don't have anything else you just want to randomly talk about and try and put the spotlight on you?
Guys, it was...
Well, don't worry. I'm sure we'll come up with something in the after show. So if you guys are laughing at this, then stick around for the after show. We're going to cut and it'll be edited onto the end of this. All right.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks guys.
Thanks for listening to number 7.
Thank you.
Like, subscribe. Definitely helps us out with that dang old YouTube algorithm thingamabob. So, all right. See you in the after show.
Yeah.